Hi, it's Colette. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome to all of you who are new to the channel, new subscribers. I hope you'll stay, and hello to the Goldie Oldies. I've been asked a lot on how to return a curse, or how to push back negativity to the source, and I would tell you how I would do that, but I'd like to put a few wee codicils on it first. One, if you're walking your talk in a magical life, or if you are an empath or you're open, you do need to protect yourself. Now, I have a video on how to do a cocoon of energy, white energy, round about you to protect you. That's called protection magic. And the same video has mirror magic, which tends to send everything back to source. So if you are regularly doing that cocoon of protection, and you are doing the mirrors with it, then you should be protected enough, and you really shouldn't be hit by general negativity. Now, I would say that 1 in 100 people that comes to me or has come to me in the past that thinks they've been cursed actually hasn't. They may have had a lot of negativity thrown at them, or a lot of bad thoughts, bad energy, someone, in a temper that's throwing out a tantrum, almost without realising that energy is energy. And if someone is really, really angry with you, or detests you, or hates you for whatever reason, even if they're not magical, that is energy. And if then they're putting a name to it, it will make its way to you. Now, if we believe, as we do, that good energy can be sent to people, i.e. distant healing, then we also have to understand that negative stuff can be sent too. And it's not nice, and it's not something that I would focus on, but it does happen. Now, for a curse to be returned, you could use this, or maybe get help from someone that maybe knows more what they're doing. But this is a good way of returning a curse. But it's also just a really, really good way to take that energy that's been thrown at you, whether it's been bad mouthing, whether someone has sort of maybe threatened you or whatever. This is a good way of putting it back to them. So the one thing I would say is always protection and mirroring first. Then to realise that if someone is magical and they're angry and they're sending something, yes, that is a danger. If they're not magical but they're angry at you, and they're, maybe even have a narcissistic edge, or even a sociopathic edge, then that can still hit. Now, when you are returning negativity or a curse, the first thing is that unless you 100% know where the source is coming from, where the source is, karmically you shouldn't be doing this to return it, because if you actually do this and throw all this negativity back to a named person and you are wrong, then that is really bad karma. It's not a good thing to do. What goes around comes around, and you don't want to hurt anybody that isn't responsible. So unless you know 100,000% that that person has been the one that sent the negativity to you, or sent a curse as such, please do not name them and use this technique to throw it back. Sometimes negativity builds on itself, and negative things. You can get one person maybe bad mouthing you, you can get another person angry with you. Whether you're a good person or not, these things just happen. People have different viewpoints, people maybe have different politics, have different ways of looking at things. But there can be negativity coming from one place and maybe another wee bit added onto it, and that energy can build. And then when it starts hitting you, you can find yourself in really low moods. Your health can take a tumble. You can feel as though you're just walking through treacle a lot of the time. Now, I have been under psychic attack, so I know the feeling when it hits, and it's really not nice. It's really not nice. So there is a specific feeling that when someone magical has aimed ill intent at you, that it does feel a certain way. But a lot of the time you can just feel that you've got bad luck, that, you know, your car broke down, a window got smashed, and you tripped over nothing, and you lost some money, or someone stole your purse. All these things can be someone maybe having that negativity thrown towards you without actually being magical. But then when there's a negative, the chaos that joins it, when it hits you, makes all these little things happen. It brings chaos into your life, and chaos builds chaos. So first of all, don't name a person unless you're really, really sure. I would never do that, and even if I'm very, very sure, what I would do is do my meditation, say my prayers, maybe light some incense, put some sort of crystals that I like, etc., protection round about me, and this involves taking the chaos, making it into a ball, and then throwing it back. And at that stage, when you're throwing it back, I would ask you to talk to the universe, or your God, goddess, deity, whoever you connect with, and ask them very specifically to allow this chaos and negativity that has been directed at you to go back to the source, whether that's one person, two people, or a group of people. Get the universe or your deity on board, or your guide or your angels or whatever. Let them help to deliver this, because I don't think you can ever be 100% certain that something has come from a specific person. And even if you can, there could be reasons behind it. They could have the wrong information on you or whatever. So I like to involve the universe and say, with this chaos ball, please let it land on the person or people that sent the chaos in the first place. But I also would say that sent it knowingly, and knowingly I include someone bad mouthing you, or doing in your reputation, or being so angry at you that you can literally feel it, that, you know, it's almost hitting you like they've literally hit you anyway. So please, if you want to follow this, do it properly and say, let this chaos ball find its way back to the person or people who sent the chaos to me. And I also like to say, and if that is not pertinent or appropriate at this time, universe, let the chaos ball just disperse, and disperse with no harm to others. So try and remember those words as you're saying it. Right, so what do? Sit down, as I say, do your meditation, say your prayers, have your crystals, and if you take a time period of maybe a month or a year, start to think of the real negative things that have hit you that don't seem to be normal. You know, that there's a cluster of things, or something's happened that really way off the wall to you, or a mistake that was made that was really not something that you would ever contemplate could have happened. So I don't want you just saying, oh right, well, I stubbed my toe and blah blah blah. No, it's got to really be that you're looking at the things that energetically you thought, oh God, that's not right. So take a time frame, maybe a month, 2 months, 6 months, and look back. Now, for everyone that you remember, say it was like I had a bump in my car that was quite unusual. Remember it, take it, and bring it into your hand, okay? The energy of it, the energy that you remember of it, into your hand, okay? And then you think of the next thing that has been unusual, hurtful, or whatever, and you remember it, you can feel the energy, and you take it into your hand. And with the first 2 or 3, you start to make a ball of that negative energy. And once you've got that ball started, you should feel a sense of something in there. But don't worry if you don't. It doesn't mean it's not happening. It just means that maybe you don't feel it. And that's, you know, that's a different thing. So you've maybe taken those two things that weren't right and you've got them in this ball, and you're almost moulding it and keeping it together. Even visualize it as a big sort of silver crystal ball. Mine always has edges on it for some reason. It's almost like, you know, like one of these hamster ball things that the hamsters used to run in. It's almost got sort of levels of it. Anyway, so then you've got that sense of something there. And then you think of maybe the time that you'd fraud on your internet or something, and you remember that negative energy and you pull it in, and again you add it to the ball, and you remember the time that this happened or that happened, or this extreme thing knocked you for six, and again you're not focusing on a person or really who it came from. You're focusing on remembering that energy and taking it in and making something of it. And just keep going through all these things and add them and try not to get upset. Try and remember that you are doing this for a reason, and it really is to return it. And once you've done it, you can actually do more protection so that it doesn't come back to you again, okay? So anyway, once you've got this built up, you could feel it getting bigger and bigger, and you know, even if it's just small but it's energetic, that's fine too. And you've got this chaos ball. And then, as I said before, you're going to ask the universe, deity, guides, to help you return this ball of negativity or the curse or whatever to the person or people responsible for sending it at you or sending it to you. Ask the universe to make sure that it goes to the correct people, and say also, if it isn't right at this time, please let the energy be dispersed in a way that hurts no one, okay? That is you, not just safety for other people, it's safety for yourself, for karma coming back, okay? So if you do that, and then once you've said all that and you feel the power in this ball, you have to remember that you're not throwing at a person you visualise, nothing. You're taking the energy of that ball, you're sensing the universe or the guides and the place that you feel is going to handle it for you. I would just say the universe. And then you take that ball and just throw it. And then say thank you. And let it go, do what it needs to do, and you will know that because you've not named the person, that you can't have got it wrong, so you've got no negative karma. And you can also know that it's gone back to who it should have been, and if the time isn't right, then it's taken care of with no ill effect. So that's how you send back a curse or negativity in the form of a chaos ball. It's very therapeutic, and it actually works. So let me know if you like this video, put your thumbs up, and let me know if you want anything else on magical protection or things like that. But I have been asked quite a lot about this subject over the last few months, so I thought I would just do my kind of safe thing that I would do to return a curse, or, as I say, a build-up of real negativity that's been sent out by someone's anger, someone's sense of not liking you, or just getting the wrong end of the stick, or if someone is just evil and they want to see you taken down, this will help with that as well. So many blessings now. Please subscribe if you like the channel, and I'll see you soon. Many blessings. Bye.